Have you ever felt that intense sting of jealousy when someone else gets praised and you don't? It's a powerful emotion, one that can lead us down some dark paths if we're not careful. Today, let's explore one of the oldest stories about jealousy, a story that serves as a powerful lesson for all of us. The story of Cain and Abel. In the early days of humanity, Adam and Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel. Cain was a farmer, working the soil to grow crops, while his younger brother, Abel, was a shepherd who tended to his flocks. They were different, but they were brothers. One day, the time came for them to present an offering to God. Cain brought some of the fruit he had grown from the ground. Abel, on the other hand, brought the best of his flock, the firstborn lambs, the finest he had. God looked upon their offerings, and something significant happened. He showed favor to Abel and his offering, but he did not show the same favor to Cain and his. The scriptures don't tell us exactly why God rejected Cain's offering. Some scholars believe it was about the attitude of the heart that Abel gave his very best with a pure heart, while Cain's offering might have been given grudgingly or without the same reverence. Whatever the reason, the result was devastating for Cain. His face fell. He was filled with anger and deep, burning jealousy. He saw his brother being accepted while he was rejected. God saw Cain's turmoil and spoke to him directly. He said, "Why are you so angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." This was a moment of choice, a divine warning. God was giving Cain a way out, a chance to overcome the negative feelings that were consuming him. He was telling him, "You have control. You can master this." But Cain didn't listen. He let the jealousy and anger fester inside him. Instead of trying to fix his own heart or seek God's guidance, he focused his rage on his brother, the source of his envy. He invited Abel out into the field, and there, in a moment of tragic fury, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. It was the first murder, an act born from a heart that refused to master its own darkness. Afterward, God came to Cain and asked, "Where's your brother Abel?" Cain's response was cold and defiant. "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" With that question, Cain tried to shrug off his responsibility, not just for his brother's life, but for his own actions. But you can hide from God. God knew what had happened. He told Cain that his brother's blood was crying out from the ground. As a consequence of his terrible act, Cain was cursed. The ground he once farmed would no longer yield its crops for him. He was to become a restless wanderer on the earth. The very thing he took pride in, his work as a farmer, was taken away. Cain cried out that his punishment was more than he could bear. He was now an outcast, separated from his family and from God's presence. This ancient story is so much more than just a historical account. It's a profound reflection on human nature. It teaches us about the destructive power of jealousy and the importance of taking responsibility for our emotions. God's warning to Cain is a warning to all of us. Sin, anger, and jealousy are always crouching at the door, waiting for a moment of weakness. But we have been given the power to rule over them. The story also highlights the importance of our relationship with God. It's not just about going through the motions. It's about the heart behind our actions. It's about giving our best with sincerity and reverence. When we feel rejected or overlooked, the right path isn't to lash out at others, but to look inward, to examine our own hearts, and to turn to God for guidance. We are, in a sense, our brother's keeper. We have a responsibility to treat each other with love and respect, not with envy and malice. Let's learn from Cain's tragic mistake and choose the path of humility, love, and self-control. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores these timeless truths. See you next time!